Hey you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Lash Bish, where we talk about anything related to lashes and a little bit of entrepreneurism in the beauty industry. So if you're new here and you're a lash artist and want to know a lot about these topics, being real and raw with you guys, please subscribe, like, and share this video with anybody that you think might need some advice and a little bit of tips. Doesn't harm anybody, okay? I also have this video is on YouTube, and for my listeners on my podcast on Spotify. So whichever channel that you choose, that being audio or video, thank you for joining. So today we're going to talk about this great topic that a lot of my followers that I have on Instagram, I will put my Instagram here below so you guys can follow me there, are asking, when is it time to become a lash instructor, a lash educator, okay? Look, I decided to make this video so I can make a general response, and it might help you with maybe some ideas that you have in your head and you're thinking about doing it or not, if you're uneasy, if you're confused, and if you get nervous. I've been through that, okay? Let me tell you something. I started doing the lash education on pandemic 2020 online. I have this online course training classes in Spanish, and we're starting to do the also online course training in English also for USA. So that is also really interesting and fun new project that I'm working on. So let me tell you what I thought in the beginning. I was just enamored. I was just so into just lashing. Okay, just lashing by myself. It was my time for me, for my thoughts, and maybe a little bit of therapy if the client needed to talk and spill out the tea and I needed to give some advice. It was just like my comfort zone, okay? And then pandemic started, and it's like, geez, what am I going to do now? And there were the online classes. I'm like, there's this difference between people that know a lot of information and don't know how to put it in context for other people to understand and for other people to actually do the practice that the person is trying to teach. Why? Because maybe they are not well spoken, they don't know how to give proper instructions, they don't know basically how to teach you, period. They might know all the information, but they don't know how to show you how to do it. They don't know how to show you how you can learn, okay? That is a skill that you need to develop. It doesn't mean that you can't teach, it just means that you have to develop it. And how do you develop this skill? By practice, by doing it, by taking the reins and doing it, okay? And then it's gonna be like so smooth. It's gonna be easy breezy, and you're gonna be like, why didn't I do this sooner? So the first time I started my online class, of course I was nervous, and I didn't even have them like in my face. They were like online, the computer, and it was still nervous because these people are paying to learn techniques, to learn information from you, so they can put up their business and be these hustling badass bitches so they can get their money, they can get their bag. So when I thought about it that way, I was like, I'm helping them out. I'm helping them out with their family, with their expenses, with their dreams, to make this lash business happen, and for them to, instead of making this as a hobby, this can change their whole life, and they can dedicate their life to this. And hopefully, if they don't like the work that they're in, like the 9 to 5, they can leave it. And they can have more time with their family, you know, because you're your own boss now. You don't have anybody to respond to. And let me tell you something. It's hard also being your own boss, because we don't give ourselves any vacations, okay? But we do handle our hours. We do handle like our time. So at least you have more time with your family. And that's one of the perks of many perks as well. And sometimes when you start gaining more clients, you gain more than somebody that's working a 9 to 5. Okay, so what could be better than that? At least that's what happened to me. Like when I started it, it was like a side hustle, and then I started gaining more than my 9 to 5, and I was getting beat up because I was doing my work and also doing my side hustle until I said something's gotta give, and that is gonna be my 9 to 5, and I'm gonna put my hopes and dreams in this lash business. And that's what I did. And thankfully, here we are, like 3 years later. It's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, about to be 4 years later. And we have not given up, and we're better than ever. And I am just so happy that I followed my gut, and that yes, I was scared, but that didn't hold me back from my dreams. So that's one saying that they say, if you feel too comfortable and you're like at ease, that's not where you want to be. If something scares you, take that jump. Because if it scares you that much, it's because you know that's going to change your life completely for the better. And it does, because it does change your whole routine. You already are stuck with a routine that you know, so you get scared of the unfamiliar. But sometimes it's just a lot of blessings coming your way that you get so anxious and you get nervous about it because you don't know which way it's going to head, to the right way or to the wrong way. But you will never know until you take that leap. You have to take that leap. Life is about choices. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make bad choices. But anyways, what I'm saying about this is that yes, I got nervous in the beginning when I was doing my online classes, but thank God I pulled through. Then after that, like, we started doing the in-person classes, when everything was opened up again. And that was even a bit more scarier because you saw the person in front of you. Like, I was always nervous, like public speaking, but thankfully this has helped me so much with that. Like, I am not a shy person at all, you guys, like at all. But in front of an audience that is going to be listening to me, and also they're paying to listen to me and to take advice from me and to learn from me, yes, I did get nervous. So that is what I think you guys are feeling at the same time right now. Because if you're seeing this video, it's because it has crossed your mind to be a lash educator, a lash instructor. And what I can say is, what I was saying in the beginning is that it's not for everyone, right? Maybe you're the person that's like, but why do I have to be a lash instructor? You don't. Just because you're lashing for a lot of years and you're like, okay, everybody's being a lash instructor now, should I be one because I've been in this industry for a lot of years? Like, is that the next move I should do? If you want to, and if you feel like is that something that motivates you, is something that you would love? Yes. If you're just doing it for the money and your heart is not in it, best believe that the outcome is not going to be pretty good, and you're not going to be able to teach your students well, and they're not going to learn, and then you're going to have bad reviews, and then you're just going to be feeling bad about yourself, and you're going to be missing lashing because maybe you just love lashing, and that is great too. Like, not everybody needs to be a lash instructor just because you've been doing lashes for years. Okay, maybe what you want to do is open your own brand of lashes. You can do that as well and not do the lash instructor thing. Like, a lot of people think, okay, I need to do lashes, then I'm going to be a lash instructor, and then I'm going to build my own brand, and then I'm going to do online classes. It's like, yes, you can do all of that. You can put all your heart and soul in that if that's what you really want in life. Because that is like what I want in life. When I started lashes, that is what I wanted in life. Like, I look up to these major masters in lashes. You can see one of these videos that I published that it was with the master of masters for me, that I love her. It's the CEO, the owner of Lash Makers. I'm going to post a video up here so you guys can see it and you can click and watch that video, because I think I didn't make it into a podcast. So y'all can run and go check that episode. It's one of the best ones, and she gives a lot of golden nuggets of advice that blows your freaking mind. So I admire her so much. And look, I even interviewed her for my YouTube channel. Like, what are the odds? Like, the person that I looked up to, that I thought was unreachable, I was like, you know what, I'm going to send a DM. Like, I didn't even think she was going to reply. And she did. And I was like, what? And like, the interview, I was so excited. So I'm like, just go for it, for anything that you want. Like, I even made this Lash channel that has like a lot of subscribers. And I am just like over the moon that everything that I've wanted to do, I'm not afraid. I mean, I might be afraid at the beginning, but I still do it. You know, I still do it. Being afraid or nervous or anxious doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. I always take the leap, because I'm never the person that says, what would have happened if I did that? No, I don't want to be a what if person. I want to always know the outcome. And you are responsible of your actions and of your life. And depending the decisions that you make is the outcome of your life. So you never know what's going to happen depending on the decision that you make. So try to make the correct one, even if it scares you, but you think it might lead you to the right way. It gets you closer to your goals. Take that leap. Okay? Just jump, you know? And what I was saying is, I looked up to her and I was like, I want to do all of that. I want to do my brand of my lashes. I want to do lashes, and I want to be a lash instructor. I want to do online classes as well. Also, I want to be a judge on one of the panels. Like, I had been offered to be a judge on one of the panels. I was so honored to be one of the judges in one of the panels about lashes that I made here in Mexico, that I was like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I made it. Like, I'm one of the top here in Mexico. Like, a lot of people know the name Lash Bitch, and I am so proud of that. And I am so honored and blessed, you know? But it didn't happen magically. It didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of stress. But all of that was made out of love and dedication that I have for lashes. Like, I don't know why I loved it so much. It's what I know to do really good, and I am so happy that I can project that to my students, that my students can learn that from me. Okay, so why did it become so easy for me to teach somebody and for them to learn from me? Before I was in the lash industry, I actually went to school to be a English teacher. So that helped me really well to learn how to speak in public, learn how to teach, learn how there are different ways of teaching a certain people, because not everybody learns the same way. So all of that helped me right now with what I'm doing now. Like, yes, I'm not giving English classes, but now I'm giving like lash courses, and I know how to reach each of my students that go to my lash courses and teach them the way they need to learn. Okay, so what I was telling you in the beginning is, if you see yourself doing all of this, you can have it. But if you don't, that's okay too. If you just want to keep lashing, that's okay too. I have like an example of like an aunt. She spent all her life teaching, and then she got offered this job. She was like so good at her job. Like, she was the best teacher ever. But then she got offered the position of being like the principal. And she was like really excited, but something in her was uneasy, and we all asked like, what's wrong? And she's like, this is like, I'm so honored that I get offered this job, but I don't want to be a principal. I want to still be teaching. Like, I love being a teacher. Yes, she was going to get paid more. She was going to get more responsibilities. She was not going to teach anymore. But she didn't care about the money. She didn't care about how much money she was going to gain. Like I said, you can gain more money like a Lash Educator. She didn't care, because what she wanted to do was teach. So we told her, if that's not what you want, you don't need to do it, just because it's like the next step of that, let's say, job, of that career. Just because it's the next step doesn't mean you have to take it. It's your decision. And she's like, yeah, you're right. And she didn't take it. She stayed as a teacher, and she retired as a teacher when she could have been more, you know? But that's what she loved. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to do it if you don't love it. Just do it if you want to do it and you love to do it, and that maybe you don't even know if you love it yet, but if you're curious about how it feels or how it would be, do it. And then you will see, okay, yes, I do love doing this, or you know what, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. Like, you can even like hire somebody to give the classes if you don't want to give them, you know? But you have to train that person so that they can give the classes depending on the information that you are providing the instructor for the students that they're going to have in your business. Okay, so that is growing your business, but you don't have to be the head. You don't have to be the instructor. Okay, you can hire somebody else to do it for you. So that is what I'm doing. Like, so that is what I'm saying. Like, it just depends on how you feel and what you want to do in life. So you can even skip that part. You don't need to give classes. You can go straight to the branding of your lashes, you know? You can go straight to, you know what? I am tired right now. I don't need to lash. I don't want to lash. Okay, now what you can do is hire more people that can be lash artists in your business, because now you have a lot of clients, loyal clients and new clients coming every day. So now you need to hire lash artists and grow your business, and you can just be the boss, you know, because there's going to be a time where you need to have more money because you won't be lashing anymore because we're getting older. And we need to think, what is the next step in my business? Is it to hire more lash artists? Obviously. Do I want to make this business into a lash teaching course class? Do I want to sell materials under my own brand? Like, what is the next step look for you? Like, that is my advice. Like, look deep down and think how you see yourself in the future. How do you see your business going? Because you can't just stay lashing forever. Because like I said, this is our business and we are not going to be retired by lashing. If we don't lash, we don't get money. Okay, so you need to look ahead. Like, what can we do to make it keep on running, you know? And you can pass it on if you have kids, or you can even sell it to somebody else. Like, everything is up to you, but you have to have a plan. So my advice is, think where you see yourself with your business. Do you see yourself as the owner? Do you see yourself as selling the place? Do you see yourself as maybe one day passing it down to your children or to somebody in the family, like to keep it in the family? Like, do you want to make materials? Do you want to give courses? What do you want for your business? This covers everything than just lashes, like in whatever beauty industry you're in, you know. Just think thoroughly, like, what do you want for this business that you have? Even if you have it right now in your house, doesn't matter. Where do you see yourself with this business? Like, growing, how? And make a plan and write it down, and then look at it in like 5 years and see where you are at this moment and see, damn, I made a lot of the things that I mentioned in here, and I am so glad of where I am right now, like in 5 years. You know, that is so exciting to do. I recommend for you to jot that down in a journal. Like, also remember that if you guys believe in manifestation, journaling is the best exercise to also put them out there in the universe and make them happen. So I really recommend for you to do that. It's one of the practices that I try to do at least once a month or once a week. But yes, so that is my recommendation. Okay, where do I want my business to go? And how do I see myself put in that business? Where do I see myself in that business? And that's where you're going to get your answer if you see yourself as a lash instructor, or if you're heading in a different route, whichever that may be. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope this was some help for you guys. And if it was, please tell me in the comments below that you like this video so I can make more for you guys. Subscribe, like the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.